welcome back to the Alley Hour, part 5. You guys know the gist of it. We're not gonna get much into it. We got freaking little Paul Champ over here. He says that, but we don't believe him. Hello, Shadow. We're, we're currently shouting at the stream. So, welcome. Let me give you a shout out. I don't know who this Raider figure is, but I just hit 2K. Oh. Okay. So I'm just gonna hit resume, and the white shoe slaying is the last case we had. Okay. I don't know who is you. That we're very being discriminatory today on Shadow. The white shoe slaying. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I bet you she's about to get hit by a car. I'm guaranteed. I'll do. Guaranteed.
Good morning,
Shadow,
gentlemen.
don't make me time you out.
Good morning it is too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San
Oh
Francisco.
yeah?
A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his
Yeah.
tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and
All
Phelps,
right.
the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have infested the short case. Ray Pinker will
He
let us
really
know.
isn't. So, since Shadow's here first, what outfit would you like us to pick for the stream? We got this one. Obviously, we're not gonna pick this one. Golden Boy, Sunset Strip, the Boar Trick, the Sharpshooter, Chicago Lightning, and Sword of Justice. Which one would you like?
Bruh, my fucking thing won't let me. It didn't let me end the timer. I'm gonna have to retime that. Even if I don't retime it.
It was probably a solid 21 minutes and 8 seconds.
1 minute 15 seconds is the timer comes out to. But
Can we get a mod or something to time out Shadow? If you guys can't do it, let me know.
we got a new dude named Picasso.
Picasso! Bordrick, easy? Okay.
Thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Ron, can you give me a hand? I got. He's good looking for. Greetings from sunny California. Doesn't want to stop.
How you know that? Okay, we have zero clues, obviously.
Keep blocking the front of the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah,
How many people we
California's
know?
well established, though.
Perfect.
As
Let's
long
look
as
at
the
the
bricks hold up
review
to San
evidence.
Quentin, there'll always be killers.
Damn, this is good evidence.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really.
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first takes.
Remember that lesson, guys. You don't always have to hit home runs. Sometimes you just need to get a first.
Detectives,
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Honestly,
scene
not so
secure.
much.
The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing
PlayStation 2 was
witnesses.
better.
Thanks.
Plus, it gave me trouble.
Will do, detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I have trouble.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original on
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks.
Game
with
Boy.
superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple grade again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m. But it was cold last
All
night.
right.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Interesting. Okay. We can say that one for last. Whoa. Oh, big W's, boys. Big W's. What do you mean you doubted? Slip that baby in, Cole. Sometimes I worry about Cole. Like, I understand this man's probably making enough, but come on. On hard. Well, whose fault is that? It's just a bottle. Doctor. Interesting. Interesting. No drag marks.
Surveying the scene.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Probably. Tire marks. Tire marks.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah? Alright, I guess there's nothing else besides the body. Like, I ain't really seen nothing else over here. Really dull crime scene, if you ask me. Oh! Who is this woman now?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something
Hmm.
for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Miss Barron, you is ugly, Miss
There's more,
Barron.
detective. I won't feel safe in my own home until you do this properly.
He just wants to go play Tonka Town.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label.
Interesting.
Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
I know that suit does look fire, but we're kind of getting it out. You're hugging the wall? Whose wall's that? No ring is missing. Okay. Is there? Let's just make sure. Is there anything else we can look at? Oh, there's a. Oh no. That's got to be it because the music stopped. So let's go. Let's go talk to her. Move Galway. Oh, she's over here. Sorry. All right. Let's talk to her. Suspicious persons. Let's go.
Around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
A hobo. I feel like she's telling the truth. Like, look at her. She can't be lying.
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry.
Oh, I'm
Any idea where we
making
might find-
OnlyFans content.
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Once again,
Thank
OnlyFans.
you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen.
I'm at a restaurant, so I gotta work because I can't hear. Okay. Well, she's actually clothed this time, unfortunately. I know, so unfortunate. Such an unfortunate. All right, Shadow. Enjoy the restaurant, my dude. Enjoy.
1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks, ma'am.
All right. I don't think we gotta worry about the hobo camp quite yet. We're gonna go to the laundry services. Alright. Alright. Second place. Just keep that in mind. They found the Mario 64 freaking glitch, you know? To be honest, I feel like my stream's more interesting than yours because I'm literally entering cars and just getting out the car. I'm just saying. I'm entering like pedestrian cars and just getting out. That's and I'm just entering freaking random cars and getting out of them. That is completely foul. Disco girl. No. I told you I was watching. No, I was not. No. I mean, it couldn't be that hard.
We're driving this. You drive. I need to go over the case notes. You know the way. You can drive.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the VIP. The last bars had something written on there. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
I mean, I understand. I don't know if Cole will understand. Alright, let's look at the laundromat. It's 12:45 p.m. on a rainy day, and there's 3 people. What you doing, Buckaroo?
Change back into those white bucks.
What you doing?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
Take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Oh, how rude.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
First try. No. We Southwest.
Mrs. T. Terrell.
43 Emerald Street,
West.
Harrison. Okay. Alright. There any more you're hiding? Is that a gun? No, that sucks. Up. I'm trying to make YouTube short content. Thank you very much. And I found guns.
You can drive. Fine. Where are we headed?
Alright, let's go.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Alright. You guys know the drill. We always search the back of that house before we actually enter the house. It's not trespassing because we're cops.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Interesting. He's a terrorist. What the hell is this?
Nothing significant.
Why do you have your freaking tackle and your bait on the freaking curb like this, my boy? The disrespect is real. What's over here? They better have a dog because there's a doghouse out here. If I don't hear barking, I'm gonna complain to Rockstar. Just an FYI. Alright. Let's knock on the door.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party.
Bobby Ross!
She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
I got some bad feelings. She ain't gonna be.
Do you have
He
someone
ain't
who
gonna
can
be.
look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this
Oh
morning.
no!
I'm very sorry for your loss.
The kids just don't give a crap. The kids probably did it.
No time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure.
It is procedure.
Girls.
The girls probably did it because they look absolutely clueless. One's just walking off, and then there goes the other one. They don't care. They look like grown-ass men.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be alright, sweetie.
Did you not just hear that your wife was killed?
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bumps think filling out a missing person report
To check if she was a regular.
Interesting.
If you'd excuse me, ladies. Doesn't tell me anything.
That. What is this? Okay, a purse.
So she went out without her handbag?
So she went out with her handbag. That's awfully suspicious.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Yeah, like, she even left her license. Who does that? What else is in here? Real lipstick?
At least she was spared that particular indignity.
How much did she use? Oh. Eh. She needs some new lipstick, man. Be a good husband. What? Wait. There was something else in there. That was something else. No. Okay, there's nothing else. Alright. Apparently our boy wears a size 8 and they're muddy. Interesting, interesting, buckaroo. Oh yeah? Okay, so... Oh, what was that?
Mars was out in the rain last night.
He was in the rain. My man's is looking sus as can be.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Let's look in their room. It's probably nothing.
I don't think so.
It's over here.
Not everything here is going to be relevant. Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
So why is the picture turned over, boys? Why are you trying to hide the picture?
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
She looked kind of ugly. Is there a way I can explore more into this? No? Okay.
Where's my mom?
I feel like I'm missing something. I'm gonna go check the... Like, I know I already checked the backyard and stuff before all this, but... You never know with something. Oh yeah? Whoa, I would never have guessed that. Whoa. What a shocker. Yeah, man. It's a 5-year. But oh, at least it was hot and ready. Oh. At least it was pizza. Yeah.
What is your wife's name?
Alright.
Teresa.
Let's ask him some questions. The possible suspects, my brother. The possible. Alright, the possible suspects, my brother.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa.
Oh,
She's so full of
everybody.
life.
Full life.
Anyone who knew her.
Like, the whole time you were looking down, and you're dude, you're lying.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Well, can you tell us about the rope that was cut off?
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
Oh, yeah, what about your alibi?
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Holy crap, McDonald's. Hello. Yes, I am
Let your
back.
drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Okay, guess who's in my
I was
chat?
having a good time. She has to go and ruin
Yeah,
it.
I like
Now
McDonald's
she has to do what
66
she
is
wants to
here.
do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
She
Mm-hmm.
always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar.
How you been,
Goes there,
McDonald's?
Drinks too much, gets maudlin.
I guarantee you, I can promise you it's not. Alright. It's not. Victim state of mind.
Mr. Terrelson, was Teresa
What's your
happy
state of
at
mind?
home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Oh, no. Why are you looking to the side, boy?
Terrelson, we like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Interesting, interesting. What was the last contact you
When was
had
the
with your
last
wife?
time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. Played out my hand and drove home
But-
here.
But you just...
Sitter and went to bed.
I'm calling Cap.
You're lying, Lars.
Calling Cap.
You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Because you went out in the rain with your wet jacket or the mud on your shoes, my brother? Like the wet jacket, I feel like proves it.
It's soap, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me.
Oh yeah?
Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering
Interesting.
our questions, Mr. Terrelson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wet spot.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched, and check out his alibi.
Alright, let me use this guy's
Operator,
phone
give
without
me
permission.
R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
I hope you know I made multiple clips over the last couple of days. Just thought I should mention that.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Alright,
Drive.
you're driving.
I need to go over the case notes.
We're going to Baron's
Where
Bar.
exactly are we going?
The bar. We're going to a bar.
You're behind the
A
wheel.
fucking bar.
Believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
let's see if this woman was a regular at Barron's Bar, shall we? There's so many bars in Los Angeles, and I'm just figuring out we're in Los Angeles. I have no idea.
Gents,
Alright.
drink?
Felton
Yes.
Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. Is this about Teresa Terrelson?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
that's all the way. Oh.
You're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Alright, what was your last contact
What
with
time
him?
did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
You think? You think? He looks like he's telling the truth, though. He looks like.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
What a good guy. What a good guy.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
3591. She ordered 2 rye on ice. Man had it in the gin Ricky. Alright. What about the
Who
male
was she with?
suspect?
We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Why? I'm doubting him because
The
he's probably down
likelihood is that
himself.
whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure, I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform.
One of them.
His cap
Okay.
said USS Indiana.
And the other man?
Okay.
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Okay, I appreciate that. Now, what about the cab?
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope, I didn't get that.
Yeah, that's
The
probably
husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
Why you look like Biff Tannen?
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Oh, I guess we're running.
Get away.
Thank you, Wager. Bates! We just want to talk.
We just want to talk.
Get in and drive.
Yeah, we just want to talk. Thank you.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Oh God. Oh God. Sorry. Not sorry. You're parked in our way.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar when he has the big one.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Hell, you gotta get me closer.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Hey, clean this asshole off the road. I'm trying to shoot out his tires.
You ain't doing a good job of it.
Let's end this part. Show me your hands.
Shout out to the freaking guy that gave us that car, though.
You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Shout out to the guy that gave us his car.
Last night.
All right, what was the last contact of
Now
him?
she's dead, and your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
No, we're not finished. Why you got your lips all like that? No, I'm
Do you
doubting
want
it.
my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with
It's
a
a-
few drinks
okay.
and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
Okay, what about your
So
account?
what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
I feel like you do know. Come on, I can't tell you.
Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying
Sexual
there on the
assault.
sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
Okay.
We're taking you
Appreciate
in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case.
Where did you come from? Where did he come from? Where did Broski come from? What? Somebody please clip that. Where did Broski come from? Where did Broski come from? I'm not sure if anyone else is worried about that, but where did Broski come from?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Could be. Okay, let's go to the police station. It's kind of hard to drive.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
How do you feel about that? Oh, there goes the phone.
That's not what I wanted.
Chat has fallen. Alright. Where's the
interview too.
Oh, my dude, I
What do you
appreciate
make
it.
of it? Sailor on furlough who
So,
looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Layout.
Bro, I appreciate this, man. I appreciate you. No one's probably gonna tell you this, but I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you. Okay.
I say we bust in there and
Detective
What you got?
Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard
Oh, yeah?
on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Alright, contact.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Dude, why are you looking down?
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
Okay. What the incident?
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Why y'all keep on trying to put it on each other?
He's pointing the finger directly
Okay,
at you.
there we go.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
So now,
We're holding you till we can clear this with the
here we
driver.
go.
Yeah, my CO said as
This
much.
down here.
Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective.
Appreciate that.
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Brand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Bow has a record too. He's wanted in connection with
We're still
two
good.
female
Now I
criminals.
have
Thanks.
the split set up. So
Where do we go next? I don't think. Do I want to go to the whole
alright,
camp?
so let me pull up a game for us. What should we run?
Can we use the phone?
I don't see how we'll get a much better time than that.
You can drive. Fine.
What's
we
the
headed?
record in this?
Guess we're gonna go to the Hoboken.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to,
Wait a
I
second.
guess we ought.
3 assessments in hand, 1 in the book. Still no hard evidence on any of them. 11K, go ahead. Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight. 11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Haraldson picked up.
11K, roger. Interesting.
Precise.
Alright.
Interesting. Rules, category rule. Alright, I'm gonna read all 5 games, and I want you to choose
Number 3.
which game would you run of.
Number 3.
Ready?
Number 3.
I didn't number them.
Pick number 3.
Save it for someone who's interested.
How about
They're
this?
fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we
Let me
own.
tell you what the 5 games are.
Go ahead.
And then I will write them down in number as I say them.
Oh, damn!
So I'll write them down. I'll write them down first and then say.
last night?
Boom! Boom, baby, boom!
The rest of his acolytes, Phelps.
What's your name? Comrade Stalin. Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects. Ackerman. You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Oh, yeah? Where did he come from? Like, is he a magician? I swear this man is a magician. Alright, what's in your room, Bucko?
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it. See what you
Our newspaper! Missing Morphine Kase goons fighting over dope war. Let's look at it.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night,
Alright.
sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help. Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
Hold on.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical
Damn.
school's going well. I got a part-time job.
That's good.
Dope peddlers need part-time jobs.
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
Alright, are you ready to hear the games I have available?
Walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with
This
them.
is not the order of the game.
Out slowly. They said they would supply
We have
abortion clinics
Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase,
I'm still gonna pick 3, but go ahead.
NFL Blitz,
The problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My
Tonka
problem is
Space
that people
Station,
are dying. And that if this gets back to us,
Inuyasha,
we'll all end up in
and
jail.
Bob the Builder. Can we fix it?
We're gonna
So
pick
how am I
5.
supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't
Number
the
5.
You
Yeah.
Just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
Number 5. So we got Scooby-Doo. Alright, let me find my Scooby-Doo.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society.
God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor.
Hmm.
How can you fight with that?
We are better trained.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit show.
Alright.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, let's put down the object. Also, alright. There's rope in. Why is there blood on the rope? Why is there blood on the rope? Why is there blood on the rope?
Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
There's blood on the rope. Why is there blood? My man's is looking awfully sus. And a green purse. What's in the green purse? That's marked TT. What's in here? Can I zoom in properly, please?
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
And there was the dancer ticket. Oh yeah? Stewart's acting. This is kind of sus, Mr. Stewart.
I don't think this is any use to us.
Interesting.
Alright.
I think that might be it. Yeah, should be it. Alright.
Sam is taking me.
What?
Let me make sure there's nothing else in this camp. Golden record. We found another one.
Five-star goddamn wedding.
Alright. I think that's everything.
Alright.
I'm not gonna keep going down. I don't think it's worth a day. Alright. Question is, how do I get out of here?
Alright, let's read the rules real quick for this game.
This is not the way.
Leaderboards, whole game leaderboard.
Trying to figure out layouts. Oh, there's his apartment, so we're on the right track. Okay. Ghostwatcher, is that you? It's Ghostwatcher. Holy crap. I played through this once and got demoted. Does that happen in the story or because I picked wrong? I think it does, but at the same time, I'm not an expert. I don't know. Because I think you get demoted regardless. Because I'm pretty sure Vice is the highest you can get, and after that is arson.
No real motive other than neglect.
But I'm not sure.
Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history.
Alright, there we go.
Hard evidence.
But you been alright, no, Mr. Ghost?
We know she was here.
Ghost!
All we need is a confession.
Ghost! Ghost! We talked about this. I don't want your damn money. Take your money and take on with it. Freaking donating 200 bits in this damn stream. What's wrong with you, Ghost?
Going this way.
200 damn bits in the damn stream.
Oh, I thought you said 200 bucks in the stream. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no. 200 bits in the damn stream. We talked about this. Okay. We talked about this. Okay. Yeah. Read chat. That's all I ask for you is just freaking say F9 That's all you gotta do.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for guy in flamethrower detail.
Oh yeah?
What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
It
Feeling
was.
sorry for this smelly fuck?
Alright, what's your motive for the
Why did
murder?
you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
I'm pretty sure you do because this one's recent.
Are you
Why are
denying
you
that
lying?
you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Boy, we found the rope piece. Look at the rope piece.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to.
I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
What was your
A bus
contact with the
driver
victim?
dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
I mean, that's true. You can go where you please, but why are you smiling?
You're clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed.
Uh-huh.
I've killed many of them.
Is that Shaggy I see in the top left of my screen?
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Wow. Okay. The one thing that got full line splits, but Mario 64 didn't.
I think we did good on this case.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line.
Jesus Christ.
And the grand result of it, Rodney. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Ideally, I would like.
I guess we did a good job because the captain approved.
I'm just hoping to get sub 2 hour.
I'll take a 4-star rating.
I've definitely changed my type.
And now my heart
Oh yeah, that is a competitive guy.
you say that you were only fooling.
I got a bad feeling Cole's gonna have an affair.
Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torch song.
Cole has a thing for German chicks. Is that what you're trying to say, Cole? The studio secretary murder. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Run. Run, girl. Run. He's. Well, she's dead.
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your head, Council. Now is not the time to lose your nerve.
In Los Angeles in 1947.
It would appear that someone has hooked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out.
Okay.
The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old.
Oh, I forgot to read the.
Right, Skipper.
The reason I came to the stage.
Alright.
Her body, and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Time starts when selecting a new game and ends when you collect the final Scooby Snack last boss.
What's in here?
Video proof is required. Times will be rounded down to the closest
Do you use
whole
any
second.
special cards you can find around city? I honestly do not know how to use them.
Emulation is okay.
I'm not sure how to use them. Ghost, to be honest with you.
You know you've got it made if you can get to that test.
So, I don't know.
Wow, if I just played the PAL version, I could guarantee myself 10 points.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because there's only 6 runners for PAL.
Is that like the United Kingdom version or something?
Yeah, that's Europe.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Unless there's gonna be one over here.
Alright, we're ready.
Like,
We're hopping right into Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
like maybe in here? Maybe? Like, I have
As soon
used
as
them
we hit new
before.
game, we're ready. Yeah, I can watch the movie trailer!
That sounds pretty good.
I think we're gonna watch the movie trailer.
And this is how he gets off of Twitch.
Where are we headed?
No, they weren't going to Mega. I was just curious. Oh. Yeah, I don't drive around. My partner drives him. So he's a shit.
If you take it along with all of the other indicators.
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundskeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have figured
Oh man, I have that! I
Ran,
have
for
that
God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Is it a signed copy? He didn't answer me.
No.
Alright, let's see what this pawnbroker can
Alright,
say.
ready, boys?
He got the
I've never played this before, so it's not gonna be good.
He's got the motivation he needs after seeing that trailer.
Yeah, I know. I'm rock hard, and now
How can I
I'm
help
about
you
to be
boys?
fucking. I hope I don't get
Detectives
caught.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Brimner.
Go.
Am I gonna get something for this pledge?
Fuck.
Gave that bum money. Now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50.
Try it.
Wow.
20.
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Alright, let's see it. Let's look at this one first.
Is this mark here?
Maker's mark.
No.
Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Interesting.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay, what about...
Looks like I'm not starting.
Alright, what about the next one?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
That's how...
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure.
Alright, ready, boys?
Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think.
What options are there?
Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Alright. Thanks to him.
We're
Alright.
Can you drive to this one?
Let's go to the rail yard. Odd Man Out. Maybe it's a reference to the Odd Ones Out. Maybe.
Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote
Oh
the poem
no,
that
it's
came
a
with the
crash
Dahlia.
flow.
The Dahlia letters are genuine. The man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps?
Good question.
Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Yes, we are.
Okay, I don't know how to feel.
ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hats, so to speak.
Oh.
We're all on the same team. Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Just don't like it.
Definitely not gonna be the one. Definitely not. Oh my god.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in.
And welcome back to the racists.
The other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Alright. Alright, let's see what kind of clues we can find. Alright.
Alright, so we want to kill as few enemies as possible, it looks like. Because that takes time.
Let's see what this letter is.
Because every time we want to kill something,
Somebody was trying to get her to come home.
Interesting. Somebody lives in Connecticut. What this library card?
we have a double jump. We have a double jump, okay.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
Yeah, let's
That's
do
gonna
that.
be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Interesting.
Alright, there we go. First level down. Okay, so I just hold that down.
Maybe someone at Menches will remember her.
Interesting.
Level 2.
Can't these people just use freaking normal freaking matches? And not get them from bars?
This is a chit for personal items, not booze.
Oh, okay.
It's an angle worth investigating.
Alright.
Alright, so we're off.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies.
I'm gonna try to use the stick
We're just running to catch
because
up.
it's gonna be a little more comfortable on my hand than the D-pad is.
What is
Man,
this?
I should probably be just double jumping through this.
It would take a
because
smarter
holy
man
shit,
than me to
it's
crack
fast.
that.
It's a lighter.
For the very first run we do, we're gonna run.
Maybe. No.
Okay, so for
Even
vertical
cigarettes.
sections, that's definitely the move.
I think that's all the clues we have found. Excuse me.
Alright.
Blood splatter on the train.
Blood splatter on the carriage.
Do we have
She must have been
any-
struck while standing up.
Interesting.
Alright, that's help.
What have we got here?
White
Oh, wait,
female, approximately 40 years of age.
Okay, so
lipstick
Scooby
smudges on
kinda
her
has
face,
auto
but no
wave.
writing, at least nothing legible.
That fucking dude
Blunt
free
force trauma to
fire.
the
Oh
temple,
shit.
nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being
Alright,
strangulation.
got a checkpoint.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her
Okay,
temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
took a little bit of damage there. I don't really like this camera angle, but what can I really do about it?
Push L2.
No, that did nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, none of the buttons do anything to help me with that.
Maybe right on the D-pad.
No, D-pad just controls Scooby.
Another missing ring.
Another missing ring. I
Seems I've
agree.
been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Save her head for last.
Alright, we're moving.
No double ring. Okay.
This game feels like a mixture between,
Smell?
Gex
Very
and
good.
Crash.
There is the usual evacuation smell. But
Interesting.
it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
And yes,
Very strong smell of alcohol.
The autopsy will tell.
It's the
but
worst
said
parts of
she was
both.
inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No
I have
later
nothing
than
to
2
defend
a.m.
myself with.
The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Alright, level 2.
Anything over here? I don't think so because the music stopped and we're running.
Alright. We're at level 3.
I think that might be it.
If you want a full report, you have to let me work.
Let's talk to him first.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
Okay, I see. I see what I have to do.
I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About
Bruh.
5:30 this morning, sir.
I get my ass handed to me.
You're giving Patrolman Hart your detail.
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Okay, what about this guy over here?
Detective Phelps,
Alright, come on.
LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need
Alright,
you to
got
answer
him.
some questions, John.
If you don't
Does
mind.
he give Scooby Snack?
Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck,
Does he give
knucklehead.
Scooby Snack?
What did you do with his body?
Yes.
You sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
Fuck, I accidentally split a little early. That's not
I
gonna
was
be
kissing.
good.
Damn.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Split a
Turn
little
out your
too early.
pockets, Ferdinand.
He definitely deserves
Alright, this is a Shaggy level. Kinda nervous to see how Shaggy controls. Hoping it's almost the same because this is some Sonic Adventure, different kind of controls. I'm not gonna be happy.
It's kind of sus, my brother, that you had lipstick in your pocket.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. Found
No.
it near her purse.
No.
I thought she could use some.
This has like
Stop.
Pac-Man World fucking platforming.
Alright, did you interfere with the
You
evidence?
went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it.
No, this
Took
is
a
gonna
look.
fucking blow.
Yeah, he already told us once.
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick in her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Oh my god, this is gonna blow.
How did you discover the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Oh no, no, you
Why
weren't.
didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
This feels
A
like
jury?
Shaggy's jumping
What gives?
multiverses.
I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
Yeah,
You're
we
under
can do it.
arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some
bye.
friends of mine.
And that a boy, Rusty.
No, we can kill ourselves.
I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Russ.
No.
Okay,
I'm
why?
gonna game over.
Okay, why is
I'm
that?
straight up gonna game over because I can't.
Okay, why is that such a
I can't-
surprise that you can kill yourself in the video games? That's like the best part in it.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Oh my god, this is
How
horrible.
can I help, Detective?
What? I was the one that built the platform.
Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Fucking Shaggy.
Thank you.
You know what? I might do it.
I'm gonna run out of fucking lives.
So where should we go next? The bar or
I'm
the liquor
legitimately gonna
store?
run out of lives here.
I think we should go to the liquor store first. Save the bar for next.
You can drive.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really?
Oh.
Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. Know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
I love how there's always the phone right near, constant and convenient. I mean, that's how it was, though. That's how it was in a big city like this.
No, fuck! I almost killed myself.
I don't know how old that child is, by the way. I'm sorry, Ghost. But, yeah, that's how it's been.
No, I just died. I straight up just died.
What can I do for you? LAPD, Jobson Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Well, let's take a look. Let's just go before.
Shaggy is pretty much impossible to control with anything but the D-pad.
You got some fine stock here, Robin. Well, you let us take some for
There's
the
one
road.
thing we didn't try yet, and that's the PlayStation Racing Wheel, and we're not going to do
Train
that.
Tracks is pushing it out.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Come on, yeah. Alright.
She kept the bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
Alright,
take a look
you know
around.
what? We should just reset.
I'm assuming this is her daughter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alright. We're going to exit.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to reset.
Interesting.
Oh, wait, no.
Well, this
Maybe
one-
I have to delete save.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her music trade.
I sure want to exit. Yes.
What? The music said we can investigate.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor
Okay, never
McCaffrey.
mind.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have to skip cutscenes. Then I'm gonna have to go back to the menu again.
Is that it? Nope. What's this?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for
Alright,
quite some time before she was killed.
Exit. Yes.
Interesting. What about this bowling pin?
New game.
Rollins Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than
Alright,
drink in
we're
her
off.
spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Graham. A lot of cops pull there on Tuesday nights.
And you never invited us?
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyright.
Alright, there we go.
How come you never invited me, freaking Rusty? Never invited us to bowling. How dare you? But let's be honest, Coles is probably having the favorite, let's be honest.
Alright, let's go.
Alright. Let's go ask this man some questions. Okay, when was
Bro,
your
how
last
did I get hit
contact?
by that?
Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
It looks like he's
Any idea where the money came from?
How
Didn't
am I
mention
getting hit by that?
But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Yes, Evie's perfectly fine to control.
What about
He
the
kinda has
relationship
car
with her?
control,
Not many
but
people
Shaggy?
would be sad she's
Oh
dead.
my god, it's a nightmare.
I'll be one of the few.
He looks like he's telling the truth
I
again.
got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her stay here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Okay, what about the knowledge of
You
this?
know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
It looks like he's telling the truth this time again, but oh, that little
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gathered, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society.
How? How are we falling right there?
You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
You're not jumping in the right
Thanks for your
area,
help,
probably.
Mr. Robbins.
No problem.
first.
I'd like to
dock.
make arrangements for the funeral. You think I can get in
First
touch with
level
Evelyn's mother?
Alright, now
Put in
we're
a call
back.
to the watch commander at
Level
Central
2 again.
Station, Mr. Robbins.
However,
We'll be
this
trying to
time
reach
I
the
think
next
we're
of
gonna
kin.
save a little bit of time on the boss, which take that forward.
Get the guy.
Just hold that down.
Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Appreciate that, man. Alright.
You're behind the wheel.
Let's go to the bar.
Where are we headed?
To the bar. Actually. Yeah.
You know the way. You can drive.
The bar sounds more smart than going to the bowling alley first. Since we got it first, you know. Why am I such a bad dreamer? Alright. We're going to the bar at 11:40 in the morning, baby.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass. Always
So if you read my comment, I'm in the ad right now, so yeah.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Alright, let's see how many people. Alright, let's count how many seats are in this bar. There's 2, 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 chairs in the main room, and there's only 2 people here. Okay, this bar is not as popular as the other ones.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights. You don't have any. Answer the question. Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Well, but no, he's reading a book.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It's more like I was aware of her.
Alright, do you have any criminal
Do you have
history?
a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
I feel like he's lying, but we have no evidence.
You want to save me some
Alright,
time?
level
Or do you
3.
want me to look up your
Level
file?
3, we're alright.
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth column.
Alright, so this is a Crash Bandicoot kind of fight where I just have to wait.
What about the relationship with the victim?
You say you barely
Okay,
knew
I
Evelyn?
fucked up.
Yes, that is correct.
I mean, that's a lie. You let her read your books.
You look down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope
Alright,
you're holding
so-
cases.
Yep.
Telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Alright.
Oh.
We do have our aces, and we're laying it all on
Why
line.
would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself
Alright, we got
sent
him.
his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn
Is it
book.
forward, right in the middle?
She lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of
Alright,
it.
there we go. 7 minutes on the dot for that one, but now we're probably about to go die a shitload of Shaggy.
Hotel with Tiernan last night.
Yay.
They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Interesting.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Okay, so I don't have a choice. It has to be Shaggy, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna leave you guys in suspense. I'm gonna do the worst thing imaginable for this game. I'm gonna leave you guys on the cliffhanger. I'm gonna do that.
Oh my god.
So, this is gonna be a cliffhanger.
No! How the fuck did he fucking fall?
Nah, damn. Yep. Ghost, once again, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for the 200 bits.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Can you shut up, Rusty? I'm trying to do a freaking outro here. Thank you, Ghost, once again for the 200 bits. We're gonna leave you guys on the cliffhanger because I feel like this is a good case going on, and I kind of want to milk the content most as possible. And of course, the camera pans out. But we're gonna leave you guys on the cliffhanger. We're gonna go to Mr. Whittle's channel, the one that's in the party with us, or Discord card, whatever the hell you want to call it. So,
Shaggy, fucking cooperate, dude.
He's doing a stream on Scooby-Doo. So, hopefully see you guys there. And as always, guys, have a good day, good night, whenever you may be. And as always, guys, fuck Nightbug. Fuck 'em.